Assalamu alaikum to all audience and good evening. Today we have a special guest, Khushi Jeswani, and she is Yes Program alumni. So welcome to Khushi. Now I would request Khushi to introduce herself.
Thank you so much. Walaikum assalam and good evening to all. I am Khushi Jeswani. I am a YES alumnus 2019. Currently, I am doing my intermediate at Hayat Girls College, Hyderabad. I went to US in St. John's, Michigan in 2018 to 2019. My exchange here was very cherishing, and I cherish every little moment of that. I have made everlasting relationships and bonds with host family and host community, which I'll be always cherishing about. Thank you.
Okay. So now next question is that what is Kennedy Luger? And why we call this program Kennedy Luger?
So basically, Kennedy was a senator. Unfortunately, he is not between us anymore. So he was a senator, and he gave the base for this program, like the scholarship exchange program for students, especially from Muslim countries in US Congress. So as the base was established by Kennedy sir, so the program is known after his name, Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Program.
Okay, good experience, good information. Now, next question is that why we call what does Yes program stands for? What it is all
Oh,
about?
so,
Just brief introduction.
okay. So basically, YES program stands for Youth Exchange and Study Program. It means youth exchange means cultural exchange between American and Pakistani cultures, their community cultures, and everything, and studying because the exchange students are supposed to attend 10 months in US high school. So it's a cultural program as well as a study program. So it's just all about, yes, youth exchange and study program.
Okay, the next is that this program is free of cost, like fully funded, or it costs something for the students.
Okay, so YES program is fully funded. It is fully sponsored by US Department of States. Means all the major costs like airfares or applying for US visa, even though are living in US, and we also get monthly stipend of $125. So like everything is fully funded.
Okay, so next question is that is there any flexibility in age, or there is certain criteria for the age?
No, there is not any flexibility in age at all. There is a certain age group. The age group is from 15 to 17. The student must be of 17 when he or she will be leaving for US, not more than 17 or not younger than 15. It's from 15 to 17.
Okay, so if any student who has already visited US or he
Hmm.
has for any trip or anything, so he or she is eligible or not, like or any which kind of
Uh,
visa they will get it.
Now, the students who have already visited United States are not definitely not eligible for this program, because this program aim and motive is to like make familiar those who have never visited United States. So the program's motive is to give them a chance. The students who have already visited United States are definitely not eligible for the program.
So for any reason like any visit or any trip or any medical treatment, etc., so they are not eligible.
No, they are definitely not.
Okay. Next question is that if I'm not Pakistani national, do I qualify to apply for this scholarship?
No, for Yes Program Pakistan, you must be a Pakistani citizen, because Yes Program is like with different countries as well. There are almost 50 Muslim countries, but if you are living in Pakistan but you are not Pakistani citizen, so you are not eligible to apply for Yes Program Pakistan. You have to be a Pakistani
Okay.
citizen for that.
Now, next question comes in my mind that many students who apply for a program and for interview, test, etc., all rounds, but the end they
Hmm.
want to reject the program. They're not serious. So, what do you want to share regarding this?
Okay, so the move of the student is highly discouraged because if you are applying and you are being selected, you have like completed or qualified all the rounds and then you are just leaving it, it is a hindrance for an other student who is maybe more deserving than them, right? So it is highly discouraged to apply. So I will definitely like encourage the students, if you are 100% genuine and serious with this program, then apply to this. Please don't apply and just like leave the seat. It will cause hindrance in others exchange year maybe, right?
Okay. So what kind of visa they will get it? Like there are different kinds of visa. So if you are going a scholarship for 1 year, so
Hmm.
which kind of visa will be given to the students?
Okay, so the exchange visitor visa, that is J1 visa.
Ji.
If you want to go like on an exchange program, you must be eligible for getting a J1 visa. Otherwise, you will not be eligible for this program as well.
Okay. What do you mean by the term host families? If you're going to scholarship and you live there, so what do you mean by the term host families?
Okay, so basically, host families are the families, like they are the American citizens, which host exchange students for 10 months, for a whole academic year. The placements are done by a group of US based student exchange organization. So the host families are also chosen by those organizations. The host families are like the one who are 100% motivated and determined to adapt a new student and to learn their culture. So they
Okay,
must be
so
American citizens.
where do these families come from? These host families.
Basically, we know that America is a diverse country, right? There, the people from each and every race or ethnicity live there. So the host families can be white American, can be Latin American, Hispanic American, Black American. So they, regardless of any race, ethnicity, or caste system, or like everything, the host families can be the one who are like 100% sure that they want to host exchange student.
How they are selected? These host families. What is the criteria for the students?
Okay, so as the yes students are have to like pass many tests and they are screened a lot. Similarly, there are some organizations in US which take test and interview of the host family as well. So the criminal background of host families is completely checked, and their everything they have to go from like through many screening tests for being a host family.
Okay, what will be the student status of the students at the host family?
So for this question is totally depend upon student that how they want to be with their host family, right? I will suggest that like please don't consider yourself a guest there. Be a house family member and be something that like your host family should not be uncomfortable around you. Make them comfortable, make them feel like relaxed with your presence, and help with all the house chores. And the host families are very busy, the American families are very busy there, so just try to help them and try to be involved in their family activities with their family people. Just keep talking to them, maybe keep asking questions to them which will keep you engaged. So your family status should be like their own family member, not a guest for a year.
So can any family member from sibling or parents can live with the students with host family?
No, 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 no. It's not definitely allowed. The exchange students are only allowed to live with their host families because it has a reason behind it. Because if you like live with relatives or just keep talking and chatting with them, so it is also an obstacle between like generating a relationship between host family and the exchange student. See, you only get 10 months to build this everlasting relation. So I will highly encourage you to like keep communication with your own family or relatives very least, and just try to involve in your host family. If they will live with your relatives, so I'm 100% sure they will just like keep talking to their relatives and neglecting their family. So it is not encouraged for exchange student to live with their relatives or their family members.
Most of the students we in Pakistan are Muslims. So if they
Mm-hmm.
live with the family who are not Muslims, and they ask many questions that is it possible that we live with the Muslim family, or like what will be the status?
No, it's definitely not like it is not exactly like you will live with a Muslim family or a Pakistani family, right? It can be anyone. It can be Christian, maybe Jewish, maybe Hindus, maybe like maybe Muslims. It has a very low percentage or low chance. It's not necessary that you will live with a Muslim family. It is all done by US based student exchange students organization. So it's definitely not necessary that the exchange student is going to live with a Muslim family.
Extend means to share the morality, the values, harmony, whether you belong to any community, any race. We need to adjust, we need
Definitely.
to create harmony. There are Muslims, Hindus, Christians. It is another part of division, but we are first human. So if you are
Yep.
going to that country, you need to create humanity, and you need to be broad-minded. And
Exactly.
if you should ask that, then that we will be safe or not in those families if they are non-Muslims.
I'm
That
sorry.
will
Can
be
you?
student ask will we be safe or not with the families who are non-Muslims.
Oh
They get fear.
yes, they are perfectly safe socially as well as physically, right? Because as I have told you, the host families are have been like gone through lots of screening and tests, and they have a criminal background check. They are those like filtered family, we can say, from all over the US. So the exchange student is like completely fine and safe with them.
Okay, and now we are selected for a program. As I myself is a US alumni, I have
Hmm.
experience regarding cultural and social values. Now, many students have this question that if we are selected, if we go there, do we have a freedom to pray, offer, and like in the fasting in the host families if we live there over?
Yes, of course. They can pray and practice their religion very easily. Like the US families and school cooperate a lot in this regard. However, you will be like you have to be polite and explain them and seek cooperation without putting a lot of burden on them, right? If you explain very sincerely that this is your religion and you want to practice it, they respect it a lot.
Good. And for many girls, they ask questions: Are we allowed to wear hijab, like etc., over there, or is it
Mm-hmm.
prohibited
No, no, no.
in that?
Yes, all female students can continue to wear their headscarf in school, right? At the family and whenever or whatever they choose to wear, they are free to wear. Whether they want to continue wearing their abayas or their headscarf, they are completely free. They have a freedom to choose whatever they want to wear.
Now, the most important question regarding food,
Mm-hmm.
as my experience is there, I was asked that if you are invited from the Hindu or Christian family, being a Muslim, so will you accept their invitation or not? Actually, this was a reason to see my perspective. I say yes, I will accept it. It is another thing that I eat or not because we believe in halal food. But the first thing
Mm-hmm.
is that we need to accept their invitation as an element of humanity, cultural exchange, create harmony.
Yep.
So many from these questions can we get over their halal food, or like what is the status? Or we need to eat their food, or are we allowed?
Okay. So basically, halal meat can be purchased from the halal meat shop in the community. And the basic point about it, like it's the host family's wish whether or not they want to buy halal food for us because it's quite expensive as well. So we cannot like impose on them that we want halal food. For that, most of the exchange students also turn into vegetarian because they don't get a opportunity to eat halal food, right? It is a privilege given by host family whether or not they are providing you halal food. Otherwise, you can also buy halal food from your own pocket money, but it is a little bit difficult. for exchange student to find halal food in the small town of United States, right? So they have to turn vegetarian because my most of the friends have also turned vegetarian. So I think it's easy to turn vegetarian than to find halal food in US because it's difficult.
Same is the experience over there.
Yeah.
And one question that can I graduate from high school in the USA? Many friends ask
No,
such questions.
no, the program does not include high school diploma, right? The exchange student will be enrolled in either ninth, 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, but it will be only for 10 months. For a high school diploma, you have to complete your all 4 years at US high school, right? But it is only cultural exchange program, so you will not be getting high school diploma. Regardless of that, you'll be getting mark sheet or transcript which will show that you have attended a US high school just for like as a memory or remark from your host school, but you'll not be getting a high school diploma.
Another question from the student side that do I miss a school year in Pakistan? Actually, they have such kind of misconception that if I'm living and I'm in class 9 and I will go abroad for 1 year, might be
Mhm.
I lost my 1 year, or maybe school managed something like. So, what is this issue
Okay,
for
so
you?
so for this question, it just depend on the school system the student is coming from. This is very like a student must discuss this issue with their own school. But as far as I know, the private schools of Pakistan does not allow you to enroll in a class without your presence. But most of the government school does. So it just depends upon your school system. And for O levels, I know like if you are in ninth grade, like doing O1, so you can go to United States and do O2, and after coming back from like O3 you can just give O levels exam, but for O levels your year will not be missed, but for intermediate you definitely have to miss a year. It will be like a year gap, but exchange year is definitely worth it to skip a school year because not only your academic skills but your own personality is groomed a lot in this 10 months. So I definitely recommend this exchange year. These 10 months are worth it to skip a school year in Pakistan.
Good information. Now, the most interesting question, and everybody asks, that, do I stay back in the United States after this scholarship?
No, most of the students have this question in their mind. As being exchange student, firstly, I also thought that to stay there, but it is considered as illegal to
Illegal.
stay in the United States because you don't have a documentation. You have a visa for only a year for 10 months. If you are staying beyond your like beyond those 10 months, it is considered as illegal, and then the like US criminal department case the like, charges cases will be charged on you. So it's completely illegal and it is highly discouraged. You have to come Pakistan after your exchange program is completed.
Simply, we can say it's a crime because there are
Yeah,
certain criteria, conditions, and if you cannot live after a program, it will create negative image as well because this is a
definitely.
time period, cultural exchange, and learning. So we need to complete each and every criteria. Okay, the next most important part, which is application and selection procedure. So I would ask from you that what are the steps and how many steps are there in sequence for applying in scholarship?
Okay, so from like past years, there were five basic steps in the application process. But this year, due to world pandemic COVID-19, they have reduced the 5 steps into 4 steps. So the first step is filling out the preliminary application form. Fill it out very neatly and provide true information. Just keep in mind that you are supposed to provide them a true information. If they will find out, like the yes program will find out you have provided them any wrong or misinform or like misguided them, so they can disqualify you at any step, regardless like you have been selected completely. You can be disqualified if they found out that you have provided them some wrong informations, right? So it's highly encouraged to provide them right information. Okay, coming back to the application process, the first is preliminary application form. If you are shortlisted in that preliminary application form, then you will be getting a email, the email which you provided in your application form, same email, or like you will be receiving an email from Yes Program that you are selected for an online interview. If you are qualifying that online interview for the third step, that is personal interview and the English proficiency test. If you have qualified the second step, that is online interview, you will be getting a courier at home, which will be having a 11 pages application form. It will contain your recommendation letters from teachers, your health form, some general information as well, and the most important is letter to US host family. So you have to fill that all 11 pages application form, and then you will be like invited at the decided venue for the interview and the English language test. The fourth and the final step is final evaluation. For that, final evaluation means like your online interview from the second step, and from the third step your English test and your personal interview will be considered for your selection. If you have done a remarkable job on all three, then you will be a yes student, right? And on that step you will be asked to provide your passport and all the essential document which they asked you to submit. So that's basically the whole process, which contains of four steps, sorry.
Good. One question is there in the comment that when will this program start this year, and what is the process? So, which it when will it start? They're asking,
um okay, so like you're asking for the duration of the program, when it
and
starts.
duration of the program, and when will application start? Today, or there are certain days?
Okay. So the application process is already started yesterday. So the online applications are available on Yes Program site. So must go there who are eligible to that and just see on the site, apply for the Yes Program. Their applications have been issued yesterday. And okay, let me tell you one thing. The last date for the application process is 20th October 2020. So to apply before that.
Okay, this program announced every year, or once or twice in a year, and in which month?
Okay, so this program is announced every year, every academic year, and it used to be from May to August, but nowadays the application forms just come in August or the end of the September.
The most important part, if the birth certificate or bay form is not available, then what
Hmm.
should we do about that? Question from comment.
Oh, okay. So I think your birth certificate or B form must be available, and they should be like in English. Everything is in, they should be in English. Either your birth certificate or your B form.
Now the question is, from where we get this birth certificate or bay form?
Oh, okay. So you'll be getting this birth certificate or B form from Nadra office, like that. That is the official issuing office in Pakistan.
Next, what is the age criteria? Many students are confused regarding age, that in which what is the eligibility?
Okay. So as I've already mentioned, the age group is from 15 to 17. You should not be younger than 15 or older than 17.
Okay. And the next question is that is it for O level or board students?
It's for both students, the intermediate students as well as for the O levels.
Okay. Can you share a site or any link that they can get more information, or how can we apply?
Okay, so there is the official site for Yes program, that is yes.pk.org. So if you'll just type it in the address bar, it will take you to the official site of the Yes program. Everything is on that page. You can get further information from there as well. and you can find the online application on that site as well.
Students can apply themselves, or like they can send documents, complete form, or through the school.
So it's like it will accept it by both process. I have applied individual, like from my home. I have not taken help from a school, but I know there are a lot of schools who support students and who just like collect all the applications from the students who are willing to apply for this program, and they send it to yes office. So either way will work if you are going to apply it from your home like as an individual, or you are sending your documents and your application, and then your school can courier it to yes office. So both will work.
What is your message to the students regarding Yes program?
Okay, so I will highly encourage you guys to apply, and like apply if you're eligible. If you're between 15 to 17 and enrolled in O levels or 9 to 10 grade, you should apply. It is life changing experience, and we exchange students. We have like a slogan that exchange year is not a year in a life, but it is a life in a year. So it's something you will always cherish and you'll always be proud about.
Anything you want to share regarding parents? Any message that
Yeah, sure, definitely. So there are many parents who do not support their kids, especially when they are girls and when there is about to go abroad. So I will definitely encourage the parents to let your kid grow, let your kid groom, and allow him or her, if he or she is selected for yes program or any program or anything, just let them how they are. Don't impose something of your own wish. Let they grow, let them groom, let them grow, and definitely support them at every step of life.
one comment is there? I applied last year in Yes program, but I
Hmm.
did not get any response. So, am I eligible to apply this year again?
Yes, you are definitely eligible to apply this year, but do consider the all the eligibility criteria that I have told you. Maybe last year your age was not appropriate, like to apply for the program, or you did not provide sufficient documents to them. So do consider your age and be careful in providing any kind of documentations.
Question from comment. If the another office say to mean that we cannot give you any bay form because of age issue, so what should we do? Is there any alternate if they cannot get bay form or no because of age issue, or there might be a delay because of deadline? So, is there any alternate?
No, you have to provide B form or your birth certificate as far as I know. Right. For further information, you can call Yes Program Office. There should be a number on their official site. But as far as I know, it's very compulsory to provide your birth certificate or your B form. It's like your identity. Otherwise, you'll not be considered as Pakistani citizen, right? Your birth certificate is all the information about it.
Any other information you want to share regarding Yes, as you are alumni of Yes program?
Okay,
Anything else you want
so
to share with the students?
okay, so I will definitely want to share something. See, if any girl, like any student is selected for Yes program, so be prepared to show your culture to American people. They are very interested to know much about Pakistan, right? Because we have a colorful culture and diversity. So they have a keen interest in it. So always be ready to show up, be extrovert, don't be introvert. Okay, so I have seen most of the people who are introvert in Pakistan, but once have completed their exchange program, they are completely different, right? So be ready to be flexible to adjust in the new environment, because you'll be getting a completely different environment there. Don't be confused, be relaxed and comfortable, and make others feel comfortable around you.
What would you share regarding girls, especially Muslims, that they won't allow them because they feel insecure regarding the country or the people around because because difference of age religion or etc. So what would you suggest them to the parents or students as well?
Okay. So for Muslim girls or like any kind of girl, please be like feel secure yourself when you are abroad because those people are very nice and you are being cared by everyone. So as I've told you that there are different US based exchange students organization. So you are completely their responsibility. Once you get there, I am like telling you 100% for sure, you are like you won't be feel insecure around the people that are unknowns, right? But like I'll suggest you that you have to show a little bit of flexibility, right? And you have to be open minded and broad minded because those people are very practical and they will definitely accept you and they will definitely make you feel comfortable with their presence as well. So don't be insecure into getting or into plunging into unknowns. They are very welcoming and they are very hospitable people.
Being an alumni of Yes, what problems you faced when you were in the US in the beginning? So what kind of problems or issues you face over there?
Okay, so like during couple of weeks, I have some adjusting issues with host families. I'm not saying like I was completely perfect because in Pakistani family, it's just depend on us that whether we are doing house chores, whether we are helping someone or how our attitude is, right? But for American families, it's very important for the exchange students or for their own children as well to help into house chores, to maintain a positive attitude, positive behavior, right? So I just followed all these things. Maintained flexibility and adjustability in my nature. I was extrovert. I just keep involving in my family activities. So my host family was like a little bit like our Pakistani families. They have a joint family system. So we have 8 family members there, and my grandmother and grandfather. So I was very attached to all of them. As I told that I was very extrovert, so everyone liked that my like cherry nature, right? So like after a couple of weeks, I was completely settled with my host family, but it definitely took me time.
Can your friend do part-time job or any work or living over there?
No, exchange students are not supposed or they are not allowed to do any part-time job because like their all expenses are being covered by Yes program. Their like further expensive, their living cost or their schools or their food is covered by their host family. And other than that, they are also getting a monthly stipend. So it is more than enough for an exchange student to spend in a year, right? So if they are doing part-time job, it's not basically allowed doing part-time job because the exchange students are supposed to go to US high school, right? After they are supposed to give complete time to their host families. If they'll be doing part-time job, so they will get like burdenized and they will not be giving the time to their host families. So that's why it is prevented. It's not allowed for like exchange students to do part-time job because they are getting more than enough.
What do you learn when you were there or even at the end of the program? What you were and what you are? What do you feel a
Oh,
change?
okay, so I feel a lot change, a lot difference in my personality. I admit that I was extrovert, but not that much. I was like felt shy sometimes to um, give my perspective and to give my views in front of others, to share my views in front of others. But now I'm very confident and I can face like anyone. And my personality has developed very much flexibility. I can easily adapt any change without much interference or interruption. And I have also for being exchange student in American society, volunteerism, like helping others, community service is a key element, right? So I have also learned much more about that, and I'm implementing it in Pakistani society as well. I'm doing lots of community services as well.
one question is there in comment. If any student who has health problem regarding stomach, etc., then can he will be provide the food regarding his health issues
Yes,
or like
definitely. There is a health insurance for exchange students if he or she is getting like any injury during some sports or during winters or anything. So there is a health issue insurance. So they'll be getting a proper treatment, and host families are very caring for that as well. So it's nothing to worry about. They'll be getting a 100% care definitely.
we welcome all the questions from all the students regarding different perspective. Welcome. And if you have any question, you can write in comment. We can arrange any session or we will share website or we keep in touch with this YouTube channel. And at the end, last question from our honorable guest, Khushi Jeswani, that what message you will give to overall students regarding this program? Yes, program. At the end,
Okay,
any message?
so my message will be like, there are thousands of students from all over Pakistan who are applying for this program, and not necessarily all of them are being selected. There are some few lucky ones who got selected, right? So don't be disappointed. The people like who are not being selected, there are much more opportunities other than yes as well. The students who are selected, who will be like yes students in future, many congratulations to them. But the ones who are not selected, please don't be disheartened. Just be confident and like believe in yourself. You can achieve the world.
Thank you very much. Or in the end, if there any question, any issue you have, you can share in the comment. We will inshallah answer your questions. Thank you very much, Khushi Jeswani, and all the
Thank you so much.
audience that you watch our program and your worthy comments. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.